relationship very, very much. So it's great to be back here today. Let me introduce to you the individuals who are integral and important to today's ceremonies. First of all, Mr. Mark McCart, who is our court clerk. Then Liz Wilson, who is our deputy court clerk. Brenda Schwartz, who is a citizenship and immigration officer. Nikita Tyson, a citizenship and immigration officer. Citizenship and immigration officer Noah Shelton. CIS officer Angela Lackey. We have representatives with us today from the Social Security Administration. There we go, to my left. Representatives, as always, from the League of Women Voters. So be sure to, where are our representatives here today? Okay, good. Well, and if you're not registered to vote, be sure to do that before you leave here today. We have also with us members from the Nancy Green chapter and the Reverend John Robinson chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution. And Mr. Lloyd Means from the Sons of the American Revolution. There we go. And representing Senator Langford's office is Derek Osborne. Good to have you with us today. Next, we have a dance exhibition with Kayla McGee and Kyle Sine. Kayla McGee is a fancy shawl dancer with a Native American dance group, and Kyle Sine is a grass dancer. That's absolutely terrific. Kayla, could I ask before you leave, what tribes do you represent? Thank you. And Kyle, what tribes are you representing here? Well, thank you very much. And I think it's entirely appropriate, given that presentation, that reminds ourselves that, we're all immigrants to this country, other than the native peoples who were here long before any of our ancestors arrived. Let me turn to Sean Weens, Vice President of Administration and COO of TCC.
Good morning.
I used to work with your predecessor, Herman Robbins, on a daily basis.
Yes, sir. And you and I have met once before, Your Honor, and it's very appropriate that you're here this morning. So thank you for being here.
Thank you for the invitation.
Of course, of course. Well, it's my privilege to get to welcome you this morning. My name is Sean Weens. I'm the Vice President for Administration and Chief Operating Officer here at Tulsa Community College. So on behalf of Dr. Lee Goodson, our president, who would be here if she could, and I'm kind of glad she couldn't, so I get to do this. We want to welcome you to the Center for Creativity. This is the Thomas K. McKeon Center for Creativity, and this is exactly the type of purpose that this building was constructed. So we are honored to have you here today. We are so excited for what you get to go through. I want to share very briefly. I get about 1 minute. You are not here by accident. You earned this. You put the hard work in, and you earned this. So for those of you who are new citizens today, I want to be one of the first as your fellow Americans to get to say welcome, congratulations, job well done. If you're a family member here today, thank you for your support. This couldn't happen without you either. We are so glad you're here. In the immortal words of Dr. Seuss, I'll also just say this. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. And so please keep up the hard work. What you put into achieving this today, please keep it up. Be the change you want to see in the world. And as a United States Air Force veteran, I would also just add the invitation. Please register to vote after the ceremony. It makes a difference. You make a difference. And we're not the same country without you. So please stay engaged and register to vote. And again, congratulations. We are so glad you're here today and so glad to be a part of your special day. Congratulations.
Well, again, it's wonderful to be here with you today. There's a point I like to make whenever I'm called upon to preside over a naturalization ceremony, and these ceremonies are one of the greatest things that we do in our court. Typically, when one has competing parties, and one typically wins and one typically loses, it's not all sunshine and happiness. Today is. But we're obviously a nation of diverse peoples. You just take a look at those sitting around all of us and those who are about to become citizens of the United States. But I'd ask you to consider the idea that's often been espoused, that the United States of America is special not because of its diversity, but because out of our diversity, we're all one in our commitment to certain fundamental principles. It's an idea that is so important that we've put it on the Great Seal of the United States. And those of you who want to remind yourselves of what's on the Great Seal, there's an eagle. It's on the dollar bill. On the back of the dollar bill, there's an eagle with a ribbon in its mouth, and on that ribbon are the words "E pluribus unum," which mean out of many, one. And we are many in this United States. But the reason that we are unique in the world is that because despite our diversity, we're one in our commitment to certain fundamental principles. So we're not united in terms of gender, race. We're diverse, but we're committed to certain fundamental bedrock principles. Among those propositions is that all men and women are created equal. Another proposition is that each of us are entitled to to the equal protection of laws and due process. So please remember that we are special because of our diversity, but particularly because despite those diverse backgrounds, we're committed to fundamental core principles that are set forth in the Constitution of the United States. Let me turn now to Miguel de Corta, TCC project coordinator and also a naturalized United States citizen.
Good morning. What an amazing crowd we have here today. I am very humbled to be in front of you, sharing the joy that stems from becoming a naturalized citizen of the United States of America. Time has flown by, and it is surreal to believe that on January 4, 2014, I was in your shoes, in the same spot where you are today, taking the oath of allegiance and pledging my support, honor, and loyalty to this country, the place that I now call home. I grew up in a bilingual Spanish-Portuguese multicultural environment that respected and embraced the differences that exist among people. Early on in my life, I developed an appreciation for different ethnicities, racial backgrounds, and cultures. This appreciation became stronger almost 11 years ago when the United States welcomed me as a political refugee after leaving Venezuela, my country of origin. It has been a challenging but rewarding experience that I will not be able to forget. It takes courage to do what you're doing today and to be where you are today. Today is the day where your American dream is not just a dream, it becomes reality. As you embark in this new journey, use that same courage that brought you here to freely and respectfully express yourself, as this is one of your rights as a new citizen of the United States of America. Freely pursue life, liberty, and happiness. The U.S. is a country with endless opportunities. Go find them and use them wisely. Participate in the democratic process. You are the face of America. You are part of the future generation. Respect the rights, beliefs, and opinion of others. Get involved. Serve, equip, and empower the community that has opened its doors for you. And last but not least, never forget where you came from. Be proud of who you are, what you have done, and use this as the force to propel the American dream that materializes today. You made a difference, you make a difference, and you will always make a difference as a new American citizen, promoting the values of freedom, liberty, and equality of this place that we can now officially call home. Before I go, I wanted to share a quote from Malala. Let us make our future now, and let us make our dreams tomorrow's reality. Congratulations on such an amazing accomplishment. Felicidades, parabéns.
Hello, everyone. My name is Victoria, and I'm an international student here from Russia. It's been a long wait for you, and I'm glad you're here now. Just wanted to say that это великая страна, теперь ваша страна. Congratulations.
Hi everyone, I'm Alejandro from Venezuela. Este es un gran país, hágase suyo. Muchas gracias.
Next, we'll be treated by a musical performance performed by the TCC Hootenanny Folk Song Circle.
Songwriters, Luke Guthrie, and it's called
Ms. Schwartz, the court would now call upon you to introduce our petitioners.
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court, before presenting the government's request, I would like to take the opportunity to introduce the candidates for naturalization by their country of former nationality. There are 18 countries represented here today. As I call the country of your former nationality, please stand for a moment. Burma. Canada. China. El Salvador. India. Iran. Italy. Jordan. Laos. Lebanon. Mexico. Pakistan. Peru. Philippines. Thailand. Ukraine. United Kingdom. Vietnam. If it pleases the court, the government is proud to present 39 candidates for citizenship. Each of our candidates for citizenship have been examined by a duly designated naturalization examiner of the United States Citizenship and Immigration Service. They were found entitled under the law to be naturalized. Each of our candidates has the required residence and physical presence in the United States, in the state of Oklahoma, and within the jurisdiction of this court. Each of our candidates has established that during the statutory period required by the law, he or she was of good moral character, attached to the principles of our Constitution, and well disposed to the good order and happiness of the United States. Each of our candidates, unless they were exempt by the law, have demonstrated an ability to read, write, and speak words in the ordinary usage in the English language. Each has demonstrated his or her knowledge and understanding of the fundamentals of the history and government of the United States. Therefore, I present to you the applicants for naturalization and ask that you administer the oath of allegiance and admit to United States citizenship the applicants and grant their respective changes of names.
Thank you, Ms. Schwartz. It does so please the court. Would our petitioners please rise? If you will raise your right hands, please, and repeat after me. I hereby declare on oath that I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince or potentate, state or sovereignty, of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or citizen, that I will support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will bear arms on behalf of the United States when required by law, or that I will perform non-combatant services in the armed forces of the United States when required by law, or perform work of national importance under civilian direction when required by law, and that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our newest citizens of the United States. If all would stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please, which will be led by Eunice Tarver, TCC Provost and Assistant Vice President for Diversity and Inclusion.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll now remain standing for the Star Spangled Banner to be performed by the TCC Jazz Choir. You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now going to present certificates to our new citizens, and the court will retire to the well of the court, this being a courtroom for today. And we will call each of our new citizens up to present their certificate.
Erda Guadalupe Nunez. Vam Go Leon. Benjamin Thang. Sin Zam Thang. Sing Kek. Ana Maria Burkett. Rigoberto Reyes. Diana Yolanda Vaughn. Kezia Kota Kakathu John. Jorge Alonso Leal. Loida Gayaden Whitwer. Maria Warman. Awi Nagai Leon. Sing Don Leon Shalom. Rosalba Flores Solis. Yua Li Vu. Shervan Esfahani. Sin Kon Kai. Lam Singh. Tom Azar. Maya Rinsami Yi Chang. Tariq Abdo Al-Kateb. Josefina Rosales Owens. Lale Mahmoudi. Irene Guadalupe Magana Cruz. Lou Chabot. Benja Bupachat. Suanwei Zhang. Ashi Sohel. Emaine Rose. Larry Martin Bruno. Maricela Rodriguez Jimenez. Catalina Gomez. Sergio Lezama de Luna. Yulia Orgarevna Borlak. Roshan Pravin Bhakta. Sintuan Dal. Ladan Aliyabadi Katabe. Dwi Hong Tran.
As long as anyone wants to take photographs.